All right, good morning, Math 8. This is part 2 of our video. This one's going to be a little bit shorter. We're still working with the line of best fit, but our goal in this video is to learn how to use that line to make predictions. In the last video, we learned what makes a good line of best fit, the 3 requirements. In this one, we're going to actually learn how can we use that line to make a prediction, because that's the whole point of lines of best fit. Is to use it to make predictions within the data or beyond the data. Okay. If we were in class, we can actually calculate the equation of the line and be a little more precise with our predictions. If you remember how to write the equation of a line from a graph, that is what we'd be doing in class, but we're just going to be using the lines to estimate without the equation. Okay. We're going to look at 4 examples. These are examples that are already made, so you don't have to try to read my writing or anything. A couple fancy vocabulary words. Interpolation is using the line of best fit to estimate within the data, within the range of the data, and extrapolation, or extrapolation, I guess I don't really know how to say these, is using that line of best fit to go outside the data. So we'll look at both of those today in our examples. Okay. Number 5, here's our equation. So we are earnings at work, hours worked, dollars earned. So how many dollars did Jim earn in 5 hours? Okay, so looking at 5 hours, we go up to the line, and I would say right at $48. Now, when we're using this to predict, we are using the line at all times. Notice there is a dot here. That looks like it could be $49 or $50. It's a little above the line of best fit. Don't go off the points. Go off what the line of best fit says. Okay. This line of best fit is used to help us estimate. It's not going to be perfect. So use a line of best fit. Predict how many dollars Jim will earn after 10 hours. So this first one, this 5 hours, this was the interpolation because it was within the points. It was right here. But this next one at 10 hours, it's way out here. It's outside the data. So this would be the extrapolation. So if we start at 10, go up, we're right at 72. You could argue maybe it's a little above, so $73. That's what he could estimate, somewhere right there. Is it perfect? No. He might be a little above or a little below, just like every other point here. But he can give a good estimation and say, well, this bid is going to be $72. That's what I'm comfortable doing. I might make a little bit more, I might make a little bit less, but that's a good estimation. Is the slope of the line positive or negative? We should all be experts at that. This is going up and to the right. That is positive. According to the line of fit, when Jim's hour increased by 5, how much does his earning increase? So this one's a little tricky. So a lot of students would go right to 5 and say, hey, he makes 48. Yes, at 5 he makes 48, but the question is how much more does he earn than when it increases by 5? So if I start at 0 and go to 5, that's there to there. What's the range between here and here? So 24 to 48. What's that difference? And that is a difference of $24. So that's kind of using the line of best fit to help us estimate. Okay, next one we're going to go through, number 7, I believe. Scatterplot shows relationship between the number of chapters and the total pages in the book. Use the trend line, it's also line of best fit, to predict how many chapters would be in a book of 180. So I've read, this is a good way to use a scatter plot. I mean, I've read books that a chapter seems to be like 50 pages, and I've read books where chapters are like 3 pages. So it's kind of an interesting way, if I know it has 14 chapters, I can use this and say, well, it's going to be roughly 140 pages based on this. Anyway, so the question is 180 pages. Here's 180 pages. We go across. Don't go to the point, go to the line, drop down, and we can estimate that it's 18 chapters. Might be a little more, a little less, but it's a good estimation, 18 chapters. Okay. Number 6. Now the next two we're going to look at actually don't have the line of best fit. So we're going to have to imagine what that line of best fit looks like. So following the scatter plot shows Pam's training as she runs 6-mile race at the end of each month. Which of the following be a reasonable approximation of how long it's going to take for her to run 6 miles? So this is our distance, 6 miles. This is outside the data, so this is the extrapolation. So I go up. Now this is where it gets a little tricky. You have to really try to figure out where is this going to be. And there's really, I'm thinking somewhere up in here. There's really, you could argue if it wasn't multiple choice, multiple choice, there's only really one answer, which is 60. That's the only thing close to being up here. But, 58 is still correct. 62 is still correct. 63 is correct. It doesn't, that's the thing about these, especially when there's no line. There's a little bit of a window that you can choose from and still be correct. All right. So for 6 miles, scroll up, it's going to be somewhere in this range. And 60 is the only one within that range. And one more, number 2. The scatter plot shows the amount of miles Frank walked each hour based on the scatter plot. How many miles would you predict Frank walks in 6 hours? Okay. So you can see, for this run, 3 miles an hour. He walked a little more than an hour, so we got a little more than 3 miles. But look, he took a drop. Well, what does that drop mean? So this looks really steady, but then all of a sudden he drops. Well, maybe he was tired. For 2.5 hours, he only went 4 miles. Maybe they took a stop halfway and got him something to eat, a little snack. He was probably really tired here. Over 4 hours and he only went 4 miles. So either tired or, again, distractions, things like that. So that's kind of where these scatter plots can fit in. Because he's not going to walk the exact same distance for the same time every time. So 6 hours. 6 hours is here. We're going to go up. So even though there's no line, I'm going to guess that's going to be kind of about my point. Now looking at my options, the only one close to that, or the closest one to that, is 7.5. So my mouse is right at 7. That would have been my initial guess, but looking at the choices, 7.5. One thing you can do, and I can't show you, I'll just tell you, you can actually put a piece of paper on the screen where you think the line of best fit is, and that can help see, or a ruler or a pencil or something. Please don't draw on your screens. That would not be good. All right. Hope you have a good day. If you have questions, let me know. I look forward to hearing from you guys.